Everyone in the mansion said the same thing. Those twin girls are impossible. 5 nannies quit in a single month. Tutors cried. Drivers left without even collecting their last pay. No one could handle the billionaire's daughters until a single dad janitor did the impossible. He didn't come to teach them manners. He didn't come to change them. He came to clean floors. But what he did instead, changed their lives forever. Marcus wasn't someone people noticed. He wore the same faded uniform every day, a navy blue jumpsuit with a stitched name tag that read maintenance. He spoke softly. He smiled rarely. And behind those tired eyes lived a story of loss. Marcus was a single dad. His wife had passed away 2 years earlier after a long illness. Since then, every day had been a battle, between survival and love. He had a 6-year-old daughter named Lily, the light of his life. Money was tight. So when he got a cleaning job at the Williams estate, the mansion of one of the richest men in the city, he didn't think twice. Everyone warned him, though. "Marcus, you won't last a week there," they said. "Those twin girls are monsters." He only smiled faintly. "I've dealt with worse," he said. "I have a 6-year-old. When Marcus first arrived, the mansion felt like another world. Marble floors. Huge chandeliers. Silence thick enough to make you nervous. He could feel every servant's eyes watching him. One maid whispered, "Good luck, they'll break you too." Then he saw them. 2 little girls sitting in the grand hallway, identical twins, about 10 years old. Long blonde curls. Piercing blue eyes. Dressed in designer clothes. They looked like angels, until they opened their mouths. "Are you the new cleaner?" one twin asked with a smirk. "Yes, ma'am," Marcus said kindly. She threw her juice box onto the floor. "Then clean that up." The other twin giggled. "And when you're done, clean our shoes too." Everyone waited for Marcus to snap, but he didn't. He simply smiled, bent down, and cleaned the mess quietly. No one saw the small crayon drawing tucked in his pocket, a picture his daughter Lily had drawn of the 2 of them holding hands. That night, Marcus called Lily. "Hi Daddy," her tiny voice chimed through the phone. He smiled, tired but happy. "How was school today, sweetheart?" "I made new friends," she said proudly. "They were mean at first, but I just smiled, and they smiled back." Marcus paused. Her words echoed in his heart. Sometimes, kindness isn't weakness. It's strength. The next morning, the twins were worse. They threw food on the carpet. Tore up their tutor's notes. Even hid Marcus's mop bucket. But still, he didn't raise his voice. He hummed softly while cleaning, the same lullaby he used to sing to Lily. One day, one of the twins screamed, "I wish Mom was home instead of traveling all the time," and ran upstairs crying. That's when Marcus understood. They weren't cruel. They were lonely. That evening, he brought a small flower from home, a tiny potted plant, and placed it in the corner of their playroom. When the twins found it the next morning, one frowned. "Who put this here?" Marcus smiled. My daughter says flowers make rooms feel less lonely. They said nothing. But that night, Marcus noticed something. The flower had been moved near the window. And there was a glass of water beside it. He smiled softly. "Good job, Lily," he whispered. "Looks like kindness works everywhere." Days turned into weeks. The twins began to change. They followed Marcus around, asking questions. "Why do you hum when you clean? What's your daughter like?" Marcus told them about Lily, how she loved drawing, how she missed her mom, how they didn't have much, but they had love. And every day, their eyes grew softer. Then one evening, it happened. One twin, Emma, tripped on the stairs. Marcus saw it from across the hall. He dropped everything and ran, catching her just in time. Her knee scraped, and she burst into tears. He knelt gently beside her. "Hey, it's okay," he whispered. "Just a scratch. You're strong. You'll be fine." Emma sniffed, then giggled softly. And before anyone could stop her, she wrapped her arms around him. That hug changed everything. From that day on, the twins followed Marcus everywhere. They helped him clean. They laughed at his old jokes. They even made little drawings for his daughter Lily. The mansion staff couldn't believe it. The impossible twins were kind. When their father, Mr. Williams, finally returned from his business trip, he couldn't recognize his own home. Peace. Laughter. Warmth. He called Marcus into his office. "Marcus," he said, "what did you do to my daughters? Every tutor, every nanny failed, and yet you succeeded." Marcus smiled humbly. "I didn't fix them, sir. I just listened." "Listened," the billionaire repeated, stunned. "Yes, sir. They didn't need control, they needed care." Mr. Williams sat quietly for a moment, then said, "You're a good man, Marcus." A few days later, Marcus packed his things. His contract was over. The twins ran up to him, eyes full of tears. "Marcus, don't go," one cried. He smiled softly. "I have to, girls. My daughter's waiting." "Can we meet her someday?" they asked. He paused, then said warmly, "Maybe, if you promise to be kind to everyone who reminds you of her." They nodded, tears falling. Days passed. Marcus took Lily to the park. She laughed, chasing butterflies. Then, suddenly, he saw them, the billionaire twins, walking hand in hand with their father. They waved shyly. Mr. Williams smiled. "Hope you don't mind, Marcus. The girls insisted on seeing you." Lily ran up to them. "Hi. I'm Lily. Do you want to draw with me?" The twins smiled and sat beside her on the grass. Mr. Williams stood beside Marcus quietly. "You taught my daughters something I couldn't," he said. Marcus smiled gently. "You still can, sir. Just start with listening." The billionaire nodded. "And what can I do for you?" Marcus thought for a moment. Then he looked at Lily laughing with the twins and said softly, "Nothing, sir. I already got what I came for." "What's that?" the billionaire asked. Marcus smiled. "Peace." The camera of life zooms out. A janitor, a billionaire, 3 little girls, and a moment that changed everything. Because sometimes, the smallest acts of kindness create the biggest miracles. It wasn't wealth or power that changed those girls. It was love. And love, in its purest form, doesn't care who you are. It just wants to heal. So, if you ever feel invisible, remember Marcus, the man with nothing but a mop and a heart. And somehow, he did the impossible.